Hey guys, let's talk about Shaky Head. What do I use for it, and when do I throw it? Uh, I use currently I use a St.Croix Rage 7.1 medium heavy fast action Revo SX30 8 to 10 pound. This is Sunline, but mostly Seagar and Vizex. Now, why do I use a medium heavy? My hookup ratio on the way I throw a jig head, buried in the plastic, maybe skin hooked, in shallow water around structure with 8 to 10 pound test, the drag is not set real tight. My hookup ratio is terrible with a medium rod, so I went up to a medium heavy. Have not had an issue. Just set the drag. You got to know how to set your drag. You know, you don't want it to be super hard to pull. That I know when I set my drag with a spinning rod, I know that's about a 3-pounder kicking sideways is going to pull drag. So 8 to 10 pound test with a 1/8 ounce to a quarter. Quarter is the highest, the heaviest I put on it, but 1/4 ounce jig head, 1/8 ounce. I've even put 1/16, but most of the time it's an 1/8 is the smallest. Other than that, when do I use this? I use this all year. I use it all the time. I use it when the fish are pressured. I use it when I want to get a limit. I use it as a follow-up bait. I use it when the fishing is real good, and I usually start with a bigger worm, see how they're reacting to that, then downsize the worm if I need to. If I'm catching a ton of fish, then I'll upsize the worm, try to catch bigger fish. But don't let that fool you. I've caught big fish on the small worms, 7-inch, most of the time. Other than that, you know, it's an awesome setup. It's an awesome way to catch fish. You will have fun. I usually use a straight tail worm with a screw lock jig head. Just make sure your drag set good. Make sure if you're checking your line, if you're nicking up your line or anything like that, that fluorocarbon will break because it doesn't have much stretch. So if it gets nicked up, it will break. If you don't shaky head fish, try it. I suggest getting a medium heavy unless you're throwing like a drop shot or something in deep water or an exposed hook. Then you can get away with a medium, but it just wasn't working for me, so I went to a medium heavy. I like 7-foot rod. Just find the rod that fits you best and the reel. This has been a great reel. I'll probably change and get a new reel or a new rod set up this year, but as far as that is, this is what I'm using right now. So I appreciate it. Subscribe if you can, share it, like it, and stick with me. This year is going to be a good year, so we will. I'll catch you later.